welcome to Blossom Your Creativity. My name is Debbie, and I'm so happy you stopped by for a visit. On my channel, I like to do DIYs, and I love to do faux foods. This is your kind of jam. You're in the right place, so we can be creative together. Now, if you like what I'm doing, please leave me a thumbs up, comment, and share. And if you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? It's free. Simply hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified for new videos. So let's get started and craft away. So today I am doing the minis challenge. It's my favorite, and we'll talk more about it later on in the video. So for DIY number one, I'm using this little wood set. It was a saying, and I got it from a girl off of Etsy. And I'm going to go ahead and give all of the lettering and all the little pieces a coat of white chalk paint. And then I'm using the new Shamrock, the spring green, and the gold once I do my white lettering, because that makes everything stand out better. And now for the wood plank. Initially I thought I would use the wax on it, but I thought it would be too dark, so I'm going to go ahead and whitewash it. But before I put the chalk paint on, I put a little bit of water. That way I can get more of that washed out look versus a real heavy coat of white paint. So I'm just going to simply go over that. I don't have a lot of the paint on my brush, and I'm going to do all the edges. And then once I get the desired look, then I'm going to go in with a paint color burnt umber, and then I'm just going to distress it. I'm actually trying to make it look like it has wood grain. I'm doing a little bit around the edges, and then there I am just doing that back and forth motion, and I think it turned out pretty good. You guys tell me what you think. I'm pretty happy with it. So once that is completely dried, then I will go ahead and work on putting the lettering on. But before I do that, I didn't like the white paint. It looked too clumpy, so I decided to put some glitter, because everything looks better with glitter. Anyways, so I just attached or I put the glitter with that glue. Oh my goodness, I'm losing my train of thought. So now I'm going to add my lettering to the wood plank. I was just trying to determine the placement, so I'm just doing that ahead of time. And then what I'll do is I'll go through and add a little bit of wood glue and some hot glue, and then I will be able to stick that on. Now I did a couple of them with the hot glue, and I did not like that some of the glue showed through, so I stopped using that. So now let's talk about the challenge. This is a monthly challenge, and the theme changes from month to month. And this month is Spring, Mardi Gras, or St. Patrick's, and I chose to do St. Patrick's. So now let's talk about our fantastic host. She is Corie, crafted by Corie, and she is so gracious to do this challenge each month for us, and she is fantastic. She has lots of great ideas, so make sure you go by, check out her page and the rest of the playlist. All right, so number 2, I took this Shamrock from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to go ahead and do a little makeover. I took these little gems also from the Dollar Tree, and they have a sticky side to them, so I'm just simply going around the edge and I am applying it. I don't need any hot glue because it's sticky. It's pretty sticky, and so I'm just going to again make sure that I go all the way around. And then once I have the beads in place, there were some areas like where the curves were that didn't want to behave, so I did have to cut it, but the spacing, as long as you stay within that same spacing, you can't really tell that you cut it, so it looks pretty good. But once I've completed that, Then I will add an embellishment to the 4-leaf clover. So I got this ribbon at Hobby Lobby, and I really like gnomes, and I thought this was really cute. So I thought I would just take one piece of it and cut it out, and then I'm going to attach the little gnome to my little sign here. And so I will attach him with some tacky glue. I thought about using Mod Podge, but I don't want that because the Mod Podge I have is a glossy, and I don't want the glossiness. So that's why I decided just to use the glue. And then once I did that, I have these little 4-leaf clover sprinkles I got from Etsy, and I'm just going to add those all around the flower, or the 4-leaf clover. And then you'll see, I'm not going to keep you, I'm not going to have you watch the whole thing, but you'll see I'll have it all done in just a few minutes. Now I'm just going to distress the edges and a little bit around the image, and that will just give it a little bit of, or take away the newness away from it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And then I'll add a little finger bow with this cute little ribbon that I also got from Hobby Lobby, and that will be it. And you'll see this in the final reveal. Oh yeah, I forgot. I added a little embellishment. All right, DIY number 3. This one, I took these foam cauldron looking things from the Dollar Tree, and I want it to be more of a 3D look. So I'm just adding these craft sticks to give it some stability, because I want it to be able to stand up. Now, it's foam, so I had to put a lot of work into this to get this thing to stand up. All right, so I'm putting my Jenga blocks, and then once I have those glued down, then I will put the same little craft sticks on the feet on the other side, and another stabilizing piece. And then I'm going to go ahead, I do it off camera, I paint it black so that you don't see the wood. And once I sandwich them together, you won't be able to tell. Well, that's my thought anyways. All right, so here it is. And I took that necklace that I showed you in the beginning, and I took it apart. It's just these little round coins, I guess. And I got that from the Dollar Tree as well. And so now here I am, just placing the coins on top of the wood Jenga blocks, and then I'm trying to make like a little pile so it looks like, the pot is full of gold. Well, as I was doing it, I realized I went a little too far to the one side of the pot, and when I wanted to put it back to, when I wanted to put the two pieces together, it wasn't sitting right. So I had to kind of deconstruct a little bit so that my two pieces would fit perfectly. And so here I'm showing you only took off one, but then I ended up taking off two. But it turned out really good, because then I was able to stack, and it made it look like, it was heaping over with gold coins. So I thought it turned out pretty cute. You guys have to let me know what you think. And then I do put an embellishment, another item from an Etsy store. All right, DIY number 4. I'm going to use my Fast and Final lightweight spackle, because I'm going to make a faux cookie. And I usually will put a little bit of white paint just so it can stick. So I use these 4-leaf clovers from the Dollar Tree. They're wood, and I'm just going to simply use that spackle I just put it in a piping bag with a piping tip, and now I'm just going to go all the way around the wood piece. I almost forgot my parchment paper, because if I would have left that on that plastic, it wouldn't have came off, and it would have gotten stuck. So I'm glad I thought about it right as I was doing it. Anyways, and then I didn't like the way the stem looked. So you'll see I take that off and I restart again. Whew, I had a hard time with that today. And so now I'm going to do the second one. And what I noticed is because I had it in the bag for a little bit. So the first section of the first cookie, the spackle was a little bit thicker, but as I went through the second cookie, and the spackle was a little bit more loose, and so it didn't adhere to the 4-leaf clover like it did on the first one. That being said, I just put it in the freezer and let it harden a little bit, and then, you have to let it dry, of course, like a couple of days, but it was fine. And then I put some glitter, because my old saying, everything looks better with glitter. So there you go. I made my little cookies, and they're going in the freezer, and then after like 15-20 minutes, after they get a good crust, then I take them out, and then I let them sit out for about 24 to 48 hours for them to completely dry. So I just put a little dollop of the faux whip, and then put in sprinkles, and then that'll be done. And I'll put a gold ball on top. So you guys tell me what you guys think of these. I think they turn out pretty cute. Hey, for last minute thought, can make a cookie. All right, so DIY number 5. So I gotta have a way to display my cookies. So I took that cutting board. It had this ugly picture on it, and I just put a little bit of the white Adirondack chalk paint, and then when I went over it with the brown paint I used before, and I did the same technique, doing the back and forth, and made it kind of look like wood grain, just to cover up the wording enough where I could cover with this green sparkly material, also from the Dollar Tree. And this will be my little board to display my cookies. So I'm just simply wrapping and hot gluing this fabric over this little faux cutting board, because it's not really a cutting board. And then I am going to, once I get that on, I'm going to go ahead and trim out the top with a piece of that really cute ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby. Again, I'm just going to hot glue it, and then I'll make a finger bow and adhere it, and then that will be it. And then I can display my cookies on something cute instead of on a paper plate. I don't know, but you guys will see in the final reveal. All right, you made it to the final reveal, and here are all of my cute little items. I have them on my tier tray. I have that little marshmallow guy, and I made those faux cookies a while back. So there's some things that I have made in the past, and I thought I'd throw them in there just to, dress up or fill the tier tray. But I thought all the things that I made today turned out really cute, and you guys have to tell me which ones you guys think were your favorite. I know mine was the little gnome, and of course the sign. I don't know, they were all cute. So thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you to Corie for hosting this monthly challenge. I really love it. And don't forget to go over and check out the playlist. And if you're not already subscribing, please consider. I'd love to have you part of my YouTube family. All right, until the next time, you guys, stay safe and crafty. Bye bye. Hope to see you again soon.